Alrighty, I'm in live. I'm just gonna start shuffling up some decks. Hopefully, wait for some people to come in that have asked for me to come in live and do a reading, and I've been busy not being able to do it. So I'm just gonna shuffle up some of my decks here while I wait. Hey, Happily, I'm in for readings, so it's strictly for an hour. So post your globe. You know what? I'll put you down, Happily. We'll start you off. What kind of a reading are you looking for here? Because I'll do general love or, well, mind you, it doesn't matter. Whatever's supposed to come out will come out. You know what? Give me a moment here to shuffle a few decks and then I'll get into it. So you're first on the list then. Love, okay. Because I do have some love cards here. I'll bring them out. And I also got my infinity deck. I'll bring that out. So just give me a few moments. We'll let some people pile in. I'm a little late. A couple minutes. 5 minutes late. Strung up with time here. Time and space kind of don't matter. So realizing it was 6 o'clock. So I have a couple more decks to get through. So thanks for coming in. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, I've kind of been in and out. I'm trying to get back into gear here with some regularity. What's going on, though, is I have a Facebook page. I'm no longer able to post video in there, so now it's pushed me back out here because I was doing all of my work on the Infinity Readings page. Infinity Readings and Reviews is what it's called on Facebook. And that's where I do all my live nights and everything in there. Up until today, well, not today, but the last while, it's just not loading up my videos. So for whatever reason. So now I'm pushed back out. I don't know if that's going to change or whatnot. But I just came here because I was late. I was going to try in that room first, but it just hasn't been working lately. So, yeah, thanks for subscribing and hanging in there. Will come out eventually. It's starting to come out of the woodwork here. So things will get better, and hopefully I'll have a schedule where I can actually set a date. But a lot of my posters that for notices, they don't even get seen because a lot of people are just not... if you don't get the thumbs up or you don't get any comments, they just put you to the bottom of the rack so you don't... So if you read it or anybody else reads it, tell them to thumb it up and make a comment or at least say, no, it didn't resonate or it resonated. And because I don't get any feedback or nothing. So my videos really don't get any views along with my postings. They don't even get seen, which is interesting, but I don't know how they work with that. But it's basically if you don't have any traffic, you're not seen. So yeah, so if people are watching it and it's resonating, the least you could do to help me out, it doesn't cost anything. It's just to like it. I mean, I do it to other people. If it resonates, I like it. But okay, one more deck here. So you were wanting romance. So I'm going to top that up. And we'll start with that. See how things go. I only got an hour today. You know what? It's 5 o'clock. I'm an hour early. Never mind. Look at me. It's 5 o'clock. Oh, well. Man. You know, weird shit happens, I'm telling you, lately. It's been crazy. It's not even the right time. But for whatever reason, that happened. I just noticed that it's 5 o'clock, not 6, because I promised to come in at 6. It's like I looked at the clock, it said 6, and now it's 5. This is crazy. Oh, man. Anyway, okay. Well, thanks for your efforts, those that make them. They really do get a lot of my energy that comes back out, goes to those that participate. I'm going to bring in my cards here and see if we can't get some energy. We'll go with the 369. Let's see where we're at here. Why does it keep blocking comments? Sorry, it's blocking all your comments. I don't think there's anybody in here. Just us, but anyway. Okay, so we'll start here with 3 cards for you, 3 of each. I'll get 3 tarot, 3 romance, and 3 infinity clarifiers, and we'll go from there. Okay, got my rack. Okay, which one am I going to start with? This one. Okay, let's see here happily. 1, 2, 3. First card, Ace of Wands, talks about inspiration and creativity. So we can also speak to action or thoughts leading us to want to act, but we haven't quite stepped into that energy yet. And that's the sense I'm getting here, is that we have some thoughts that are very much in an action-oriented way, and we're thinking about doing that, being inspired by that. Next card, Knight of Cups. This, in this deck, talks about fierce loyalty. Now, it's interesting that energy is coming at us. So the sense I'm getting is we're being inspired by a sense of loyalty, either to a partner or a partner to us, in this way that may create a system where we want to act forward. Hey, Flory Mel, thanks for coming in. Yeah, and you know what? I got to get in a cycle of being in on a regular basis so people know this. But anyway, the next card is the Sun. So this is good energy here. Really, what it's stating is happy, happy, joy, right? And not only that, but being guided by a higher power here in happiness, joy, love, and all of that stuff. Now, give me a moment. I'm going to suss things out here, because I'm trying to understand if this is your energy or someone coming in, and I get the sense it's someone coming in to us in order to inspire us from the inside as we go forward. And this is all greatly aspected. So I don't know if this is who this is, but I feel like it's someone coming in. Now, we're going to use the infinity cards here before I'm off here with my, there we go. I'm going to use my infinity cards. They want me to shuffle some more to clarify here what's exactly going on, because we got someone coming into the picture and they're pumped with a lot of joy and happiness themselves. Now, this may actually help lead you in a direction that you are going to be more inspired in a creative direction, but can be from love and happiness as well. Okay. So on top of that creative inspiration card, the infinity card, 1, 2, 3, sorry. Okay. Silence. No. The sense here is that we may have had some time to ourselves here in silence, trying to contemplate, almost like the Hermit card, trying to contemplate what's going on, where am I, what do I need to do, and whatnot. And I feel like this is what we're in now, or in the mode of now, like we maybe by ourselves at the moment. Okay, now on the fierce loyalty, we get okay, well, this screws up, doesn't it? 73 is about malice. I've got the bunny ears and the devil's horns. Basically, that somebody's going to come in here and inspire us, but there's some malice here. Now, it may be by that person, or it may be by you. Now, just let me figure this out. Now, as we go into the joy card, we got news. Okay. Give me a moment. So somebody here may be coming toward us. If it is not us going outward in malice towards someone, and it could be you towards an ex, or it could be the ex towards you. There's something going on here about how people's motives, right? Why they coming? Because I had a good fluffy feeling about this dude coming in here to help get us fired up. He's got some news, but it's not necessarily for the betterment of you. It may be just for the betterment of him, this kind of thing. And look at the horns here. It's almost like it's, they got horns here and horns here. Almost like they're saying we can't sugarcoat this. Somebody's coming in our direction, give us news, get us stirred up. So be aware of that. Okay. Okay, so then this is kind of the situation. Now I'm going to pull some romance cards to tell me shuffle again here. To kind of, so this is just where we're sitting. Okay, so we're aware of this. I don't feel this is anything that will come to light, although I did, but with you explaining the situation, it's just present. So we're aware of that. There might even be some news coming from the future. Now, the joy is behind that news, okay? We're going to pull some romance cards here and see what we'll find out towards the future here. Okay. Okay, first card, 5 of Wands. Okay, so this is on our passions. We're quiet at the moment because we've been maybe stunned by all of this information. See, there we go again. This is someone that comes out of the blue. I see this as you and that the partner. Somebody's either going to come out to compliment us or, okay, first of all, I think this is the personification of someone coming from the future. A new pairing that could happen, showing interest, this kind of thing. Now, we got the malice card on top of that. I feel like this is a different energy. Okay, this is the X. Maybe it's just there to inform you that, yeah, we're in a mode like this, or we've had a mode like this come upon us. But there's somebody new coming into the picture. Okay, so the next card on top of this Knight is the Hierophant. Now, that talks about spirituality. So we can be getting a greater, more greatly in touch with our spirituality over this time in order to rein in on some of the lessons we had here. But this could also denote someone who is a possibility for marriage in the future. Somebody, this could be the feeling of this person or the feeling of you, that someone new comes along here, and this could be marriage material. So keep that in mind. This malice, I feel, is from your past, but just don't rule that out. Now, as we go into news in the future here, where the sun is shining and all the joy is there. Okay. So joyful news that comes toward us. And I feel like it's about a partner. Oh, look. This is interesting. Okay. So scrap what I just said. Basically what's happening here, this is a man, the 3 of Cups. He goes into a brothel, he gets satisfied, he goes out. Be aware of this. Jeez. Now this is either the ex, what they did to us. They either cheated on us with someone that was just sex, but something here about being happy. Now here's a scenario that could either happen. One, we could have had this done to us and then we're waiting for our ex to come back. He comes back and he does it again. That's one scenario. Or we have been hurt by someone who cheated on us. We have a new partner coming in and they could possibly do the same thing. And the reason they would do that is because we haven't learned our lesson. And number 3, scenario that can play out here. This is for one person, so it shouldn't be this vast, but I'm trying to get a bigger picture. Is that we have been hurt. We're taking the time to go over our lessons. We've learned our lessons, and now we have someone coming in that may be marriage material, but we have to beware not going back to the ex during this time of being with this person. So meaning you don't leave this potential partner for someone. So whatever way that's going to fit. Okay, I have to catch up here. Yeah, so she left. He left for another woman. Okay, so that's where that fits in. And this seems to be where your heart is at. I feel like you're just hanging on there. It's almost like there's been some time with this, but I'm not sure. Last one. Okay. So you may have someone coming into the picture here that we don't want to ruin it by going back to someone who's frivolous with us, right? That kind of thing. Or give me a minute here. I'm going to look at that Knight. Yeah, no, this is the good dude, because this is about loyalty and whatnot, and keeping that highly in mind, right, on both sides. Make sure that the partner you're going to has a sense of loyalty to you and that you can do the same in order to make that match. Otherwise, we're going to have some funny things going on here. And the clam here makes me think that we've been sitting alone for a bit in silence, able to absorb things. So if we truly have here, we should not, if we truly absorbed our lesson from this, like basically knowing our worth, right? We weren't worthy, or how does it say? Maybe that person wasn't worthy of us, you know, and we didn't know this. And so they do these things to us and we allow that. Now, we're out of that situation. We've taken our time. We've learned our lesson. Then we should be able to go on to a better relationship. Now, the thing here is, if we do not, then we're not using our radar, right? We're not taking our lesson forward. If we jump into a relationship that goes and does it again, then we haven't learned. We haven't taken that lesson forward. So this is something we have to be attuned to so that, one, it doesn't happen, and two, that we don't create it to happen. Meaning, make sure that we take our time to resonate here on the alone side so that we know what we will and will not put up with. So getting clarity in distance. That's buffering. Sorry, guys. I'm directly connected, but it's probably okay. So yeah, just take your lessons that you've learned forward. And if your heart's still hurting, make sure you feel that out forward. And technically, I feel like you should get somebody coming at you that is going to be very obvious whether or not they deserve. Like, you're either going to step into the same cycle or you're going to step into something better. And beware not to take out your frustrations in that way, because I think they're showing me the two paths we can go here. And one is again, taking in a partner and then taking out our issue on that partner that we went through. So say we had someone cheat on us. So this new partner comes in, they're all loving, loyal, and whatnot. We don't want to go and turn around and cheat on them because they're treating us right, right? Because that's sometimes people deflect, what they call, and they do that unknowingly. They do it to almost inadvertently harm the other person, but the other person's nowhere. So that can happen, or we can get it done. If we're not aware, we can have it happen back at us again. So the sense here is someone's coming in. So we have to use our radar highly, our instinct highly, and take our lessons forward. So good luck with that in whatever way it goes here. Now the sun and the news, right? There's news. So it may just be news that there's someone that's interested in us, and it may be from that person themselves asking you out or whatnot. So that's the good news. So if we stay on the high end of that and make sure that we're in a mode where we're how you say, our emotions have been bled out, like we've gone through the point of feeling that we're ready for another relationship, then we should be okay. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, because this is really about and a passion, right? Brings up somebody very interested in us that's going to show by either, messaging us or whatever, show that they care. So be aware of that and just keep your eyes open. You should be fine. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I do. I have to make more of an emphasis to come out and do. Over this time, I just had a lot of energy at me. I have a hard time being in a right mode for readings, but I'm gonna start making time. I shouldn't make promises. I should just say it's on my agenda to make time. So thank you for being so open and honest. Okay, so that was happily. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Happy Easter, Denise. Happy Flory Mel. Whoever wants a reading, just step up and give me a genre. Again, I'm in a time warp. I was supposed to come in an hour later, and I'm an hour early, so I'm going to have to stay longer. Why are they blocking all the messages? Okay. All right, Flory. I'll give you a general. Just give you a minute here. Give you a general spiritual, I think we'll go into. Shuffle. So yeah, thanks guys for coming in. Okay, Denise, you're up next then. Squeeze you in. Okay. So Flory and then Denise on deck. Trying to get into your energy. It's very light. Okay, and then, nice spiritual cards. I'll do these. And then I'll do 3 more to expand. Sorry, it's boring with my shuffling. I have a certain way. And then sometimes they'll say, no, I'll just keep shuffling. And then I gotta wait until they give the okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go with, it's going to be 9 cards today for everybody. How's everybody doing with all this isolation stuff? Hope everybody's keeping their spirits high. Happy Easter to everyone, or those that celebrate where we are. In Canada here, it's Easter Sunday. Alrighty, there we go. 1, 2, 3. There goes my nose. I'm starting to get warmed up. Oh, man. First card. And this is for Flory. So you're next here. To the waiting game. So we may be waiting on something here in our lives to come to fruition, change, move. Aren't we all, right? Get back to normal, that kind of thing. Yeah. Next card. Truth. We're seeking truth here. Not sure of the truth. You're confused like everyone, right? We're all confused here. Join the club. Next one, rest and rejuvenation. I feel we're inadvertently doing this. Funnily enough, they're basically saying we're getting our rest to the degree that it's making us tired. So, but soak that up. If that's the only thing you can do at this time, let it be a blessing for you, because I feel like you are one of those go, 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 go. So this stop is really putting you at a place where you're like, oh, I can't, it's driving you stir crazy. So we are going to have to take our rest, because really this is the opportunity to do that at this time. I feel like these truths are just there to be illuminated, but not uncovered yet. Okay, so we're going to expand here in the spiritual area. First card I get on top of the waiting game is love without condition. So we may have some, how do you say, some instinct here for a partner or partnership. I don't know if you're in a partnership. If you're not, or you're working on one, the sense here is that we may have too many boundaries on our, that's blocking a love from coming in or blocking it out. Sense I'm getting here is that we have either someone that we're looking at or focused on, but there's too many boundaries to actually make it come to reality, is what I'm getting. So I feel like the universe is waiting on you to release some boundaries in this way in order to alleviate that. But I don't feel a stress on you to want to change that. But I feel like the universe is giving you time to do that, if that makes sense. Now, the truth. What is the truth here? We got need and necessity. Because I feel like we're seeking truth. Or they're going, not actively, they're going, we're waiting for the truth to come in. They're going, this is not going to happen. We have to either go out and seek it or let it go. Now, need and necessity has to do with like what the things that we normally, before the shutdown, the things that we would normally be doing at this time, they're going, they want you to look at the difference between your life as you were living it before the lockdown and your life now. Okay, give me a minute. I gotta, because it's almost like they're giving me a sense here that we need to understand the difference, because we've all been forced into isolation here. And they're going, this should have happened in our life before. We should be making time to think about life in the way that we're thinking about it now. So they want you to take that forward with you. It's all this time that we have to think, and our mind is going into different areas than we would have been while we were working nonstop, right? It's almost like using work as an excuse not to deal with the rest of the bigger picture. This is what they're wanting me to make you aware of. So there's something here, like almost like the rat race that we were in when we were overworking and working and working and going to sleep, getting up, eating, working, going to sleep. All of this rat race created a distraction from the things that we are now looking at. We want you to look in this direction more often, and we want you to carry that forward when we get back on track to doing things, is what I'm getting. So it's really a sense of maybe our focus was in the wrong area and now it's in the right area. So don't lose that, is what I'm getting. Because the sense here is the need and necessity is really about the day and night cycle, right? What we do, how we fill our days. Now, give me a minute. And the balancing, yeah, because they're showing me that yin yang and they're going, we got to keep it balanced. We were overworked, maybe a workaholic. This is not okay. This is not going to get us those things that we want in the bigger scheme of things. Now we are not overworked. We have more time to look at different areas, and they want you to notice, to realize that consciously. The rest and rejuvenate. See the signs, yeah. Because we are able to rest and look more, see more, do more different things, you're going, nope, not do more. But yes, they're going, do more that matters. Because it's taken everybody away from the work cycle so we can focus on family or whatever it is, right? Maybe it's a love direction, or maybe it's just looking at things differently in the way that our perspective is off. I feel like we got a workaholic here. It's really what I feel like. And that drives us to a high degree, like high degree. It fills us with pride, all of it. And they're going, now that we've stopped that, we focus on other things. And they're going, this is the other stuff we want you to balance into your life. And not only that, from here forward, there's going to be a lot more signs going outward to symbolize where we need to put more of our strengths, right? Because we've got huge strengths in this area. We don't need to overflow. We just need to balance, because there's a sense of being overworked and an unknowing of this, or a not wanting to be in a slower mode. But they're going, no, we can slow our life down. We don't have to overwork. Not only that, we'll feel better mentally, physically, all of it. Does this make sense to you? So I'm going to carry on now. On top of this, which I highly felt, love without condition. I felt like we may have some boundaries on those people outside of us that were deciding to shower with love. We have some boundaries here that are getting in the way of truly expressing. If that makes sense. Now we have the Knight of Swords. This may be someone that's in your midst here, or an energy that you carry. I feel like it's an energy that you want to go forward with. You want to either go forward in a relationship, or yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one here, and that was about need and necessity. And again, feel like we're overworked, but it makes us happy, so we're not realizing that we need to change that at all. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, happy home life. Oh, do we have okay, because the sense here is, no matter what it is, if we have a partner or we have a family and whatnot, there's a sense here that it could be a lot happier if we balance, like our home to work ratio is off. Now it's getting more in balance. Feels imbalanced to you, but it's more in balance as the universe sees it. So this is what they're wanting you to take into account. Now, on top of see the signs, they get the Empress, yeah, which is the abundance that they want you to have, because this may be what's driving us, but it's also what's holding us back from feeling everything to a high degree. What I'm getting here. Yeah. Now, if you have a partner, I'm feeling it very lightly. It may not be a priority at this time or something that we truly want. We're just really after our goals and accomplishing our goals for abundance. In that way, we do want a happy home life, but we're not in a mode where we can create that in a balanced way. And if we don't balance, those opportunities won't come at us. Does this make sense? Okay. Yeah. So what they're saying is no matter what, like whether we want a partner or not, I think our life, we need to balance out our work to home ratio. And this doesn't necessarily mean a partner. It can mean anything. It needs to be more balanced, period. And then that's when you'll get the emotional satisfaction, partner or no. We'll feel more emotionally satisfied once we balance that out. Because the abundance is there and it will be there, but we just have to strike that right balance. So let me go over these. Sorry, my nose goes nuts when. So yeah, a sense of just our vantage point being a little off in order to get us. And we may not feel we need those things right now, but in the future, to get us to where we need to go. And the number one thing we need to do is take advantage of this time to rest, because after it's over, we're going to push ourselves anyway, is what they said. And the truths that we're looking for, I feel, are really highly connected to the balancing of the emotional center here and our lives, balancing things out. If we want those truths, we really have to balance our life homework more. It's this, there's a sense here, there's a family of some sort. So either you have connections to children or something that needs to be balanced out. Like we have may not have a partner here, but we either have children or like family, extended family, that's really not a priority. And they're going, we need to make more of this. And then the waiting game. Give me a minute here. Yeah, you're waiting on these truths, and they're going, we're waiting on you to slow down so we can infuse you with those truths. And the sense is here that we are bored with truly relaxing. It's like we truly don't know how to relax. So this time, use it in that way to understand how to relax and not feel guilty, maybe, is something, right? We may be one of those people that if we're not busy, we feel guilty, like we should be busy, this kind of thing. So learn to flow with that, because there's something to do with some answers we want. And the sense is attached to a balance that we need to make in our lives. And until we get there, we just truly won't see from that vantage point. Hopefully that makes sense. Love without condition seems to be something that maybe a lesson that you need to take from somewhere. A little bubble of information there. And also watch for signs in the future, because it seems like they want to talk to you. So be aware of those signs and take them into account as you move forward, especially when you start to go back to work or whatever it is. When things start to fire back up again, I feel universally this is going to be highlighted quite in your face. Now this time they're kind of relaxing on everybody and giving them a chance to kind of absorb things. So hopefully that makes sense to you, Florimel. Hey, Lucy. I'm doing okay. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I'm just working. Did I do... Yeah, Denise is next here. If you're wanting a reading, feel free to ask and we'll squeeze you in. I got to stay here till after 6. There was a lady that asked for readings and I thought I was late, but I'm actually an hour early, so I just don't worry about it. So I'm going to, hopefully, Flory, that helped you. Okay. Yeah, I'm making a list right now. It's just Denise, and then you'd be next if you wanted to go on a list. So I'll put you on there. Lucy. Sounds good. I'm going to start to shuffle here. Thanks, Flory. Hopefully that helped you. It's kind of light. I feel like you're at a crux point in your life. It's kind of like limbo, which a lot of people may be. So just kind of not too much going on, eh? But needing to focus on ourselves. Okay, Denise. And then Lucy. Lucy is up next. So just give me a minute here. I'm going to shuffle. My phone just started playing music all of a sudden. That's funny. It was playing before and then it stopped and now all of a sudden it started again. Okay, Denise. You're welcome, Flory. Okay, she didn't say what genre, so I'm just going to go general. Unless you want the romance cards, let me know. I can squeeze them in. So, Denise. They're saying, I feel like this is for Flory. They're saying in the lyrics there, they're going, listen to the lyrics. And it says, I got the sunshine shining on my back. So you need to take that quote home. I don't even know who sings that, but I got the sunshine shining on my back. That's what they're singing. And you didn't you have a son? Oh, I'm telling you, time and space. I can't deal with it anymore. I think that was your reading with the sun. Okay. So again, this is Denise, and then Lucy, you're next. That one wants to go. That one wants to go. Slowly they're hopping, these guys. Look at, okay. Okay. Speaking. This one, and this one, and this one. And general is good, okay. My nose, I'm sorry, guys. I swear, I gotta cut it off. When I don't know what goes on with the nose, but it just starts going when I get warmed up. You can't help but scratch it because it's like it's just so bad. Man, okay. And I'm heating up, so we may have people in flux here. Okay. How you dealing with this energy, Denise? Because I'm heating up and it's because I'm focused on you. That means we may not be dealing with it too good. Or stressing, maybe. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put, well, we'll do, yeah, I'll do these. Clarify if we need. My gold cards. Hi, Rachel. Yeah, you just put your name down. I'll put you down. Denise, I'm giving her a reading right away here. Then I've got Lucy up next, and I can put your name down after. So we'll do that. Usually, I get people to put the, what do you call that? Crystal ball up. Then I can search back and see who wants the reading. But it's going at a pretty decent rate. It's pretty quiet in here, so I can make do. Okay, final shuffle. Okay, who are we on, Denise? 1. Okay. First card that popped out for you. Alrighty, Rachel, yeah, you'll be up after Lucy. Alrighty, Denise, first card, 2, intuition. So we are getting into our intuitive mode, which is awesome. Anybody that's on my page knows that that's a huge asset nowadays. It keeps you out of a lot of trouble. If you don't have your instinct at this point, you're really going to be running around lost and confused. So we are tapping into that and feeling good about it. I feel like there's a great energy that comes for this. This may be a new thing for you, like on the level that you're looking into it at this point. I feel like this is new depths that you're going to. So there's a lot of energy being put in this way to devote. So we may be either like trying to meditate or doing yoga or something outside of our zone that we normally do to get in touch with this is really good. Then we have wish fulfillment. We may also be looking into that treasure box, right? What do we want out of life? We're thinking about it and trying to manifest it and dreaming, going in good directions. We're getting a lot of emotional buildup for that. This is good because that's, what you want to create in your life is things that you love and want and whatnot. So this is where we're headed. Next card, transformation. Would you look at that? These are all major, are they? Yeah, major. Well, 2 major arcana and a wish fulfillment, which is kind of like a genie sitting in the middle. No, give me a moment. Yeah, there's a sense here either well, for everybody, right? There's a change, there's a opportunity for change here. I feel for you as well, above and beyond this. I feel like we may have made a change and we're kind of going along the way here. Okay, well, maybe I don't know what's going on there, but okay, so before all this corona stuff started us shut down, I feel like you had made a change just before that in your life, in your circumstances, relationship, whatever. I feel like we made a change or a change happened to us. We're in flux. Now this came in. Now it's almost the sense I get. It's like it's a relief. Yeah, like it's a relief because now we got all the time in the world to clearly think about what we want forward. This may be why we're getting our intuition so highly. So as I expand on these cards, the intuition, we get all 2 cups, love, harmony. Okay, so this is about a partnership. Interesting. We're looking to make our dreams and wishes come true in a personal relationship kind of way. We got high hopes here. The sign of Cancer is there, also the female. So you may be a Cancer or involved with one. Now, wish fulfillment. Now, this is where we put all our energy, right? Our energy's going in here. And it has unable to manifest. Now, 7 of Pentacles in this deck talks about doubt and not being able. So there may be something here about a partnership or a block that you have in relation to a partnership that you're trying to get together. We either doubt that the partner cares for us, or we doubt that we can get there, or we doubt that we'll have. Yeah, I feel like we're in flux. Is this correct? Like I feel like we're in between a relationship is what I'm getting. Now, on top of the transformation card, wow, we have the Hangman. So that is really, and look at the Ankh. They have an Ankh here and an infinity. There's a whole crazy symbols going on. Hold on here. Trying to tell me something else here. Yeah, there's a change of perspective that needs to happen. Now, if we're carrying doubt, that could be it altogether, that we need to just remove the doubt and go forward in what we're focused on. Because the sense before here But there's something here. We need to look at things differently. Sacrifice something. These are kind of two sacrificing cards, right? That's a transition or a change that needs to happen. A releasing of something. The Hangman is a willingness for us to go inside and change something about ourselves. This is like change from the outside, and this is change from the inside. So the success depends on the change from the inside, is what they're telling me. And this may be the doubt that we're carrying. Now, if we're in between relationships, could be I'm married. Okay, so she's married. Wow. Okay, give me a moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we do not feel close to our partner. Is this correct? This is interesting to me because I get a want for a partner, but I don't get one physically there for us. So this could come about two ways. It means that we're physically separate from our partner, meaning we don't see them a lot during the day. We feel very independent of the partner, and we're not striving to make that more of a connection. Or we're doing that to our partner. We're not connected emotionally, is what I'm getting. Does this make sense to you? I'm feeling like she's going to say no. Because I'm not getting a partner here. I'm getting a want for a partner. So either our partner is not exhibiting things that we want, and we're trying to manifest that, or the opposite. We don't give to our partner, and we need to change to manifest that. Okay. So the doubt here is that we can revive anything at this point. And they're going, yes, we can. Why? Because it's just a transformation that needs to happen. We can level up here. Now, if you have the Two of Cups, you never get the Two of Cups if it's not a relationship that can level up, right? So the sense here is that we just have a blockage in the way of what? And one of the blockages is the way that we view our relationship. There's a block there to help that, how you say, that blocks us from, my words are escaping me. There's a blockage that prevents us from moving forward in the relationship because we have a doubt that one can do it. Okay, second, we have a doubt our partner can pull up their socks, that kind of a thing. So the sense here is it might be a communication. Now I'm going to go to the third line. Now on top of the love, union, and harmony, am I? Well, hopefully I don't blow it too hard. You can take all the information in. Yeah, when you get the Two Cups, that's highly prized soulmate and whatnot, right? So that's from the gods. They're saying, oh yeah, we can do this, but we just have to try a little harder. And the thing is, we have to get to that second level. We have to get to that level that we're not on yet. And that all involves all these things that you're tapping into, your intuition. How do I do? What do I do? You're going in the right areas to find what you need for you. And that's the first step. Then you go outwards and you communicate that to the partner. And then guess what? It pings off him. And then he starts to think in a different way. This is how it goes. Now, because we are not communicating with the partner as much as maybe we should, or we don't know how, right? In a positive vein. This is kind of the gummy stuff in the middle. The transformation here is the universe wants to level you guys up. The problem is we both doubt we can do it. Why? Because we're not communicating and we're not paying attention to each other in the ways. And again, that happens in stages, right? I mean, long-term stuff, it's kind of make or break time. The sense here is we can make it. We just have to get into the right mode. Now, what's on top of the love harmony is the Moon card. And that's about secrets and can be about lies and deceit as well. But those things that are hidden. Now, the good thing about the Moon is that it doesn't stay night forever. Eventually the day comes and things are uncovered. And I feel like this ability that you have right now to introspect is for you and you alone. And this is your time to do that. Now, I feel like once you get those answers about what you want and because I feel like you're trying to come up with ways what do I want from a relationship? What do I need from my partner? You're going to figure out what those are. Then you can come out of the moon energy, go forward and communicate that. I feel like you're just trying to figure that out at this point. Now, on top of that energy, this is the doubt and kind of the blockage that we have in the relationship here. It's keeping everything stagnant. We have the Two of Swords. Now, that's an inability to make a decision. And notice that she's blindfolded there, so she can't really see straight. Again, illusions. There's things here that still yet to be uncovered. Now, some of that can be from your partner coming forth to you. Some of that is from you needing to uncover that for yourself, right? You need to dig in and find out what you want from your partner. Then you need to go outward and tell your partner so that they can say, yes, I can or I cannot do this, right? This is what I'm getting. So this is very productive time for you at this point. Now, indecision as well. Maybe we just don't know if we want to stay or we want to, and that's what we have to figure out. Do we want to stay and commit or don't we, right? The Hangman, that's that different perspective that we have to get from our insides, is what I was getting strongly here. We have the Four of Swords, rest and relaxation, charging. So there is a sense here that there's been a drain on the relationship, an emotional drain, like we're kind of both fed up with each other and we need our breaks. And what do you know? We get locked down. So that's not a help with gaining any distance per se. Even though you guys truly are distant, I feel, in a way that is recharging and wholesome and whatnot. But we're going to do this anyway over this time, because it's kind of like everybody goes to their corners and they kind of just in their head a lot, thinking a lot. What do I want? What are my dreams? How does that mix with what I got here? And I feel like that's what you're just trying to do, figure it all out. And that this is the perfect time to do it. And so I feel like you're where you should be. Oh, just give me a minute to tell me to check something here. I'm getting earth and air. Are we an earth or an air sign? So yeah, listening to our instinct at this time is very valuable for you alone. Wish fulfillment, you're trying to think of how to make your wishes. What are my wishes and how am I going to make them come true? This is all good stuff. Even though we're isolated from the partner, we really truly do need to know what we want, right? In order to go out and get it. And then the transformation can happen from there. Now, I'm going to just replay these cards. Again, our intuition is telling us where something's awry here. We need to deal with something. So they're letting you go inside, figure it out, and come from a deeper state of excitement and passion. You know what? I want more of this. I want this. I want that. And you can share that with the partner. And then you will truly know when you get feedback whether the partner's on board or not, right? It could just totally revive everything. And then again, talking about the love, harmony, and union that comes from these partnerships. Opposites coming together, right? Okay, Sag and Scorpio. Okay. Oh, I didn't get fire. That's interesting. Because we're both really in our heads at this time. It would just symbolize the air. Because air people are really in their heads. They overthink everything. And I think even though the partner's pretty low-key at this time, kind of like, how do I say this with grace? It's kind of like, we feel relieved the partner's not at us, but at the same time, it's making us edgy. This kind of thing. They're not quite in the mode you are where they're still thinking about daily chores and how to get from A to B and job and work and money and all of this stuff. They're still in the rat race where I feel like your energy is a little more in the spirituality of things, like truly what turns my crank, what do I want out of things. So there's a difference there, but again, I think once we figure it out, the partner's going to ping us back and forth into different energy. So on top of our wishes, right, is the doubt. the doubt that we can attain whatever it is that we want. And like I said, I don't know that we've truly figured that out yet, but we're headed there. Now on the 13, the Hangman, these are two very transformative cards, right? This one, again, illuminated from the inside. He's suddenly got a vision from the universal energies that is going to help him move forward. And this is what needs to happen in order to, move forward. Now, where did I go? Oh yeah, Moon was on top. So we are in illusion about a few things in the relationship. But once we figure out, again, I feel like this is the process you're going into and you're going to come out of, and you're going to go to your partner with it. I feel like this is the only direction you're going to go. And once you do that, I feel like then you'll start to make progress. The Two of Swords is really on the doubt energy. It's like we don't know what to do or how to do it. But again, going inside is a good start. And then on top of the transformation, we get the Four Swords, and that's about taking a break and resting and whatnot. So I feel like, give me a minute here. Yeah, again, sometimes people just need to know that they're on the right track. And if we're reclusing to gain answers and then go back to the partner, the only good can come from this, is what they're saying to me. So it's almost like you're needing reassurance. Should I push things? They're going, no, we need to focus on ourselves, get our head straight, and decide what we want so we truly can go outward to the partner. So hopefully that makes sense. It's just kind of a reassurance, I think, in the area of where you're headed. Because the sense I'm getting here is this relationship really just does need a level up. And in order to do that, we both have to figure out where we are. And if you do that first and go to the partner, you'll ping him to get to that point where you both are dealing on the same page. But if you guys are both dealing with each other and nobody knows what they want, you're not going to get anywhere. And this is where we're at. This is kind of what's blocking us. Nobody knows what they want and they're fighting, but we don't know what we want. So as soon as you figure out what it is that you want, and the sense here is that the partner is going to come through with some answers inadvertently without you asking. They're just going to reveal stuff to you over, maybe in the next moon cycle, over the next month, that is going to answer some questions for you to make it easier to make a decision. Okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully. For Denise. Sag Scorpio. So are you a cusper then, or Sag Scorpio moon? Scorpio moon. Haha. Yeah. So it'd be hard if you're a Scorpio moon, it'd be hard for you to hold back. But it's naturally there. The energies are helping you with that, is the sense I'm getting. So hopefully that helps you, Denise. She's still connected. Yeah, a lot of energy going there. She'll figure it out. Those two are a pairing, and they can make it work. It's just a matter of going inside to figure out what you want and move forward in that truthfully. Alrighty. So Lucy, she's still here. Alrighty. Okay. General. Alrighty. Go use the same cards. Okay. And then Rachel's on next, if she's still around there. You're welcome, Denise. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so Lucy. Right away, I think of that little Peanuts character with the dark hair. I think she's the one with dark hair. Lucy. Just give me a moment to shuffle up and deal. They're showing me different cards, but I'm spazzing out here. 1, 2, 3. Just give me a second. They're showing me different cards I don't have. I don't know if I have them right here. Oh, these? Well, it's gonna be these. I'll pull these ones. I don't know where. Sorry, I'm just trying to correct. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some spiritual, conscious spirit cards. Oh, that's my list. Yeah, we'll give you both. I can't decide whether it's for some reason. Okay. 1. Okay. Alrighty, so Lucy. Excuse me. Jeez. See, my music stopped again. That's interesting. It played for me to get that song lyric, and then it stopped again. It does play for a while, and it just stops, but it doesn't restart again and stop again, usually. So that's interesting. Some kind of message there. Okay, now we got 2 cards coming from there, and then they want 2 more. 1, 2. I'm going to give you surrender card here. There. As well. Might help you in some way. Okay, cut and sorry, it takes so long. It's tedious, this shuffling stuff. Conscious spirit are pretty high. I find them pretty high vibrational. A lot of stuff that not a lot of people connect with. So you may be highly spiritual in that way. Or they just want to kind of tap into that with you, in a sense. Sometimes there's just a card in that deck that speaks to people individually, so they'll make me take the deck just to get that one card. It's also got the chakras. I feel the need to... You're a medium. Okay, cool. Feel the need to show you this rainbow. You're scared. Okay. Ooh-wee. Okay. This is good stuff. Well, that's, yeah, because, well, we know about grounding and centering and all of that. So it's the fear of the unknown, right? Yeah. So this should be an interesting read. See what we come up with here. Yeah, because that's, yeah. How do you, well, we'll get into it. I feel like stuff's going to come out. If that's the deal. Okay. So, first card, I'm kind of... Memories of love. Okay, so this is nostalgia of a time when we were in love, had love. Memories of people in this way, okay? Simply that, past memories of love. Next card, triumphant success. We may have had some truth come to, okay. Some truths come about a past love, or a love that we're with, but stuff from the past being cleared up today. This makes sense. Some kind of a scenario like that. Next card. Crown. What do you know? There she is, boys. 7, the crown chakra. That's your connection, right? To that channel, to all of it. Now, from what you just told me about all of this, there is a sense here, they're kind of illuminating that. It's like we're talking about the energy of the universe coming to us in truth and strength, right? And also memories of the past. Give me a minute here. We may have had opportunities in the past, blocking it out. Like this is our second kick at the cat here, because they were coming at us full bore to get us opened up and freaked us out. And we shut down for quite a period of time. Now we're giving it another go. Now this is the sense they're giving me. Does this make sense to you? Sense that we had a situation or something freaky, like we intuitively found out about something, kind of either spread it around or something happened where we couldn't deny it. Okay. And then it just freaked us out so bad we clammed right up and closed it right up. Now we're for whatever reason, and it may be because our heart is open. So if you have a partner, maybe a precipice that we're crossing here in a heart-centered, like our heart is open, therefore our intuitiveness is opening up as well on these levels. But I feel like it has to do with something from the past, carrying it forward now in a different way, coming from our truth. And they're going, as long as we stand in our truth, we will gain clarity. And I know they're going to impart some knowledge. I'm like, I don't know where to start. But the sense too is that where do I start? It's kind of like, okay, I feel like that's kind of what I call a pinger, somebody that kind of prompts us to get into a mode to open doors for other things. Okay, so this person may be a soulmate that prompted us. And again, a soulmate could be romantical or non-romantical, or someone just we're highly gravitating to in a friendly kind of way. Yeah, there's a quest highly here for knowledge and truth. Too many unknowns is what you said here. What did you say? Scared, yeah. Just give me a minute here. I gotta get into. Because and I get it. There's something open up now. You're gonna have to let me know. Is it a partner or a friend? Because there's a deep heart-centered channel here that opened, and they're going, as long as we're coming from that, we're sitting in that, we're just gonna be okay. Because we really do know. Because being in a frequency of happiness, joy, love, vibe, you're really gonna know everything's gonna be. If it's bad, it's really gonna feel bad to you, and you can stay away from it. Yeah, like when you're in that zone, that's the best time to really connect to all of that. Okay. Okay, so okay, we're just gonna go down the line here because I'm confused. But anyway, on the memories of the past, what do we get? The Hermit. Okay. So we may be seeking to remember those things from the past and go over them. The sense here is that there's stuff here we need to learn. And besides the fact you're telling you're apart, I feel a heart-centered connection. But if you're not together, you're not together. Now, on the truth, I feel like there's something we're really thickly, heavily contemplating all of this stuff from our past. It's really. Now on the truth, we have accomplishments and completions, 10 of Pentacles. So we may have had a completion of the relationship in this area, but for whatever reason, there's a need to go back and go over it in an emotional way. And it is firing us up to enliven us forward. Now, on top of that energy from above, we get responsibility, 8 of Pentacles. There's a sense either someone didn't take responsibility. Feel like. I feel like a sense somebody's not taking responsibility for their part in the relationship. This may be us and we may be seeking to find that, or it may be them and we're seeking to understand that. Okay, we're going to go into the lesson card. Now you know what? I feel the need. I got to put 3 more cards here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go infinity cards. These are romance cards, but just give me a moment here. It's like, honestly, I don't feel the other person. I feel more, this is your journey. You need to understand. And whether it was the partner or us not taking responsibility for our part in the demise of this relationship, it is something that is going to help you along your path to the new way that you're going. I'm not taking all those. To the new way that you're going forward. Yeah, really kind of autopsying everything for the first time. And it, okay, we'll get 3 infinities and then we'll go into the spiritual cards because I feel like 1, 2, 3. There's a sense here. Okay, on top of the Hermit, again, I feel that's you going inside and trying to understand, make sense of what happened there. Even though we know what happened, there's deeper issues there we're looking at within ourselves and the partner. From not only that, but from a different vantage point, right? Because we were all messed up in emotion. Now, maybe not so much in that way that we understand better what was going on. Now, we have, I'm not laughing, but we have agony. So this is really showing the heaviness that it weighs upon us, right? So on the 10, which talks about the completion of this project, right? I'm saying project, but we have tenacity. So there was somebody here, if it wasn't you, be a partner, that had a lot of like, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. And we kind of beat this thing right out. Like we wore it right out. There was nothing else we could do. How do you say? Yeah, there was no more effort that we could have put in it, is the sense I'm getting. Though we wanted to you can't make it work if it's just one person, this kind of thing. Now, on top of the responsibility, and that's a sense I get, somebody here didn't want to take responsibility or never took, or, may have been both of you kind of not taking responsibility for your roles, and that's what busted. We have the on and off. Okay, so that may have contributing to hard to let go, is we may have been dipping in and out of it even after it was over, right? Okay, so this sense here, that's really why it made it so prolonged. Now, again, unfortunately, I don't know if you need to hear this or not, but I feel like there's no heartstrings on the other end of this. Feel it's all yours going that way. So there is a sense here that this is part of this process of going inward and understanding what happened here. The other person really did understand that there was nothing more that can be done here. There's just a crux point. Now, we're going to get into the spiritual card here first. and it talks about the sacral chakra. So it says, I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. So this might have been something that was really, this also can allude to sexual intimacy, this kind of thing. And this is probably where the on and off came in. We may have been released, but we may have been intimate still. And that's kind of what kept us hanging on so tightly. There was a lot of intimacy there that was well, they gave me the word preyed upon. So somebody here was taking it when they knew they shouldn't. So it might have been after the fact of being done, this kind of thing. And that may have messed with our head a little bit. Eh? So the sacral is really about that connection of feeling beautiful and worthy. And that person may have taken more than their fair share of that energy with them away from you. And this is what you're really striving to get back at this point. This is what you're trying to overcome, I really feel. And that's also what created a lot of agony through all of this, is we kind of hung on too long. And now we're realizing and making sense of all of that in a different kind of way, without as much malice, is what they said. We got malice, but not as much as in the moments, right? So the surrender card. So hopefully this will help you kind of get through. It says surrender to your belief in scarcity. It says the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In a way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So I feel like that's the scarcity is another partner, yeah, because we tend to put these people on pedestals that they may not deserve truly, and then we can't get our head out of that and then move on to something that's truly better, because they're going, we do not see better because we thought that was the best. And little do we know that there's better than that kind of thing, that whole pedestal thing. Believe me, I've come from that a few times. It ain't fun when these people get knocked off their pedestal. And the thing is, we put them up there. Right? We put them up there and then they knock it off. And then we're like, wait a minute. No, you get back up there. And that's that back and forth energy. It's like we believe they are, but they're showing our true colors and we just don't want to see that. So there's a little bit of that going on here. So if you surrender your belief that there's nobody out there for you, if we think that there's a lot of men that can do way better, that can treat us better, that we deserve better, and truly feel sensual from the inside out, that'll just come rushing at us, right? In a better form. In a better form. Why? Because we've taken the time to go. Where'd he go? Where's my little hermit dude? Because we've taken the time to go inside and figure it out, right? That's the hermit. He goes inside, he lets things wash over him, and he comes out with more wisdom, more appreciation of self, which is always good after a relationship. We just need that. You just need that, because whether they want to or not do it, it does take away, because suddenly, you're without, so you feel less than. So we have to get back and into gear and charge that back up. So yeah, it's just a matter of shifting that energy, realizing, not necessarily playing the blame game here with the responsibility, but in your own mind going, yeah, okay, I had a part to play and this is the part I did and that's the way it went. And okay. You know what? They're asking me. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards here. Like I said, what I get on his end is there's no connection in a heart-centered way to you, back to you. All the energy is going from you to him. But I'm going to throw 3 cards here. I'm going to throw 3 infinity cards because we'll get to the bottom of it right away. But I have to shuffle. Yeah. Because the sense here is just not now. It could be because he's distracted. Usually, if you're having dreams about someone, it is because they're thinking of you. So be aware of that. That's usually what happens, because we'll think about them and maybe not contact them, but then it'll come up in the dream time. So that's usually I don't want to give you false hope here. Oh, wow. Hold on here. I don't want to give you false hope, but the sense is that it is someone thinking. But I get that all the time with people that I'm not in touch with. You just really have to search your instinct for what that truly. Yeah, and it's hard when we're not over it, right? If we're truly not emotionally sound from all of that, and I would suggest crying out all the tears, making sure that we have no. If you have any resentment or bitterness, you have not healed from it. You have to really be in a neutral zone. So then I would suggest crying more about feeling the feelings of being hurt. I know that sounds weird, but that's how you heal and get past it. And it's not affecting you in a negative way anymore. I'm going to see what the Infinity deck comes up with here. Because like me, they can be quite blunt. Well, I created them, so it's awesome. But sometimes it's like embarrassingly awesome, right? So we'll see here. One, two, three. What do the dreams mean? Keep that in mind. First card, female. That's single female, right? So this is someone who is looking for a partner, whatnot. Second card is withdrawal, 47. Somebody's withdrawing from this relationship. If I take my guesses here, it would be him, okay? Next card, 38, is silence, staying in silence. Come on, take one more. Salvation, okay. So what I'm getting from this already here is that this partner may have wanted release from this relationship before there was a realization on your end. Now, we may have sought salvation in this partner. Okay, so there was a codependence from your end to his, and that's highly felt, and that to him is unhealthy, and that's what they don't want no part of. So, okay, I'm not saying you're clingy, but there's something here that energetically you depended on that person for. You couldn't produce on your own. You'll have to search your soul for that. That's what this man is allergic to. He's allergic to that clinging factor. There's something there you couldn't create for yourself. Now, we can go in all areas here, like codependence. How do you relate that? So one person maybe is just afraid to be alone, so they need someone there, and they're needy. So that could be something, that kind of thing. Yeah, and if we can't create that. So he was highly aware of this, though not able to speak of it. It's instinctively aware. And that's what I feel really gave him the EBGs. I can't stay here. I got to get out of here. Because this is like, I got to get out of here. Where's the keys? I got to go. It's just something. They can't even put logic to it. They just got to go. And most men are hyper attuned to that. If you've got any hang-ups or anything like that, men, that's the first reason they'll dump you. It's because they feel like they, like a clinging. And it may not even be something that you're aware that you're doing. Right? It's just a feeling, an instinct. Kind of like the deer, hearing something in the bush and they run. It's like that. It's like that for men. It's like that. And a lot of women, may have to search. And a lot of times it's just realizing that, you can be alone and not have to depend on them, like emotionally, physically, mentally, financially. Any of that stuff really just doesn't sit well with men. And if they are attuned enough, they will. And I think he was tuned into that. And the silence here, I feel like, could be both of us not knowing how to deal with it. Him not knowing how to speak up about it because he doesn't really know what it is. He just feels it, and I don't like it, and I gotta go. That's all it is. Yeah. I'm going to go to the bottom here. Yeah. See, because I was going to pick another card and they're like, look at the bottom. And this is my insight, like looking into things deeper. Again, you looking back, this is faded. We need to look at this relationship, understand what we did, how we contributed in order to move forward and get into the relationship one that we need, whether it's this relationship back with John. I'm not trying to put things here, but sometimes things like that are meant to happen when both people develop to a higher degree and then can come back in a healthier place. And maybe this is why you can't let go. Maybe one reason, or we just come to the realization that, you know what, I got some work to do in the being alone department, which is a lot of women, huge, huge. And until I do that, then I don't know, that kind of thing. And I feel like that may be the phase that you're going through. And just all the stuff that you're doing, I think is really good, because it's just looking at our past mistakes and finding the truth in all of it, and then not shutting out what we get guided to do is huge. So don't be afraid to jump on what you're guided to do as well, right? Kind of forgetting about that part of it, because that's a huge part of it. And even though sometimes it puts you in positions, it'll always get you to learn the lesson you need to learn to get into the relationship that you need to get into. And this guy may have been just a, how do you say, like a, what do you call that? Like a transformer to get you to where you need to be, because sometimes we need to go through relationships to learn lessons so that we can get to the best partner. And he may not be it, or he may be it, but he may be it down the road, whatever. But we just put our foot forward, because as it sits, I just do not feel the lines going back. But a dream of him in that way, if it's not highly on your mind that you're producing it, you got to be aware of that too. We may be producing it because we're wanting it back, so then it produces in a dream. If it's out of the blue, like I wasn't thinking about him and I was clearing my head out, and all of a sudden it 10 to 1, it's they're thinking about you. So you have to be honest with yourself about that. Is it coming to my head because I'm putting it there, or because they're truly thinking about me? And it could just be a thought that just boom goes into the. So hopefully this helps you in some kind of way there, Lucy. But the scarcity that we're not going to find anything like that or better. I'm going to have to call him back. It'll have to. Just waiting for that to pass. You'll have to believe that there's someone out there for you besides this person, and then go in that way. And if you get magnetized back, then you just deal with what you got there. Okay, hopefully that helped, Lucy. You're welcome. Alrighty, who do we have next here? Where's my card? Rachel, and I think Rachel, you'll be the last of the evening. Listening to a couple of your recent videos about energy. Thanks for posting. Haven't seen you for a long time, lovely. I'll try to catch you next time. Thanks, TMS. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Everything's going off. My phone's going off. I appreciate you looking in. Yeah, a lot of this energy stuff, man. It's on the edge and whatnot, but it's all going to come to the surface no matter. But your instinct, no matter who you are, your instinct is going to save you. So just try and jump highly into that area and you'll be fine. Some people, it's a huge leap of faith. Okay, Rachel, what are we doing? We want the gold cards. General, you're welcome. My boy has the immaculate timing. If I'm busy, he's going to, I'll be sitting around all day. The 10 minutes I'm busy, that's when he wants to contact me. I will call him back. Okay. Okay. Yeah, General. Sweet, but Psycho is playing right now. Can we relate to this or what? Oh, I know I can. I can relate to that. Okay. Cut already. Here we go. We're going to go 3 down the line here. I'm going to do some spiritual here. Or something. These cards are getting old. Okay. Yep. Cheeks are heating up again. So we got some healing to do here. Rachel, look a little deeper into things. Yeah. See what we come up with. Yeah, I don't get out as much here as I would like to, but I'm going to make more of a, more of an attempt to do that. I'm so bad at making, sticking to schedules. Give me a break. I can't. And there's nothing going on. I should be able to do this at this time. And nope, can't. Okay. Here we go, Rachel. First card, light. This is good. Good stuff. Connecting to, we're striving, right? To connect with everything. They're going is, was, and ever will be. So we may be a very deep person trying to grasp a lot of deeper concepts at this time. That's what I'm getting. Next card, mental conflict. I don't feel this has to do with our spirituality in any way, but I could be wrong here. We'll go next. Balance. Yeah, there's something here out of whack. Something, it may be in the relationship to spirituality, job, life, home, career, this kind of thing. Something's creating conflict. But there's a great essence of wanting to settle this. That's what they said. We want to settle this. So it may be in a relationship kind of way. Because I feel very, very free, clear, and light with this energy. It's, again, somebody else trying to connect with their instinct, which is highly, highly beneficial. The mental conflict here is maybe, let me tap in here. Yeah, I feel like this is in the heart-centered place. We got conflict here. Some decisions we made that we may be second guessing, or decisions we're trying to make that we don't quite want to put in cement, this kind of thing, and a balance that needs to be struck herein. Okay, so we'll go to the next level, and then we're going to go into spiritual energies and see. Now, on top of the light, there's a great sense of light at the end of the tunnel, kind of feeling for you. It's like, oh, so I don't know if we got out of a relationship. I don't know. Okay, we'll just see here. Now we get the Empress on top. Look at that. Light, abundance. So the sense here is, in the Empress, you notice she is alone. But she ain't lonely and she ain't without. She's got a lot of abundance and a lot of things going for her. And I feel like we may have been in a relationship that was kind of pulling us down, is the sense I'm getting. Now, on the conflict, there he is, King of Cups. A dude that was offering love outward. Okay, now the king is a king. He's emotionally mature, but he can also use these emotions to gain other things that he wants. I feel before this guy came in the picture, I felt like she was very abundant on her own. I felt like somebody was taking her energy and drawing it down. Now she's standing firm again. Now, is this the dude that was doing that, or is this a new partner? No. On top of the balance, because we're on top of the energy of conflict here. So it's making me think this was the troublemaker. Because the king can also be very emotionally manipulative if he's not in the right mode. Now the balance. What was that about? Oh, Queen of Swords. So yeah, it's almost like, give me a minute. Sense I'm getting here is we may have somebody after our heart, but we're still in the process of dealing with someone we're cutting off. Okay, she's been for a while. Because the sense here, like, look at her back. The guy's looking at her, going, and and this one, she's she's dealing with someone in the future here, but the sense here is this goes to our past. This person of single individuality here that is so abundant. Yeah, we're distracted in some kind of way. Like, we don't see this person. He's behind us. We have no clue. And we're dealing with something in front of us. Now, this could have been the energy of, like, even though this was in the past relationship, I feel like we either maybe haven't gotten to the point where we're ready to look at other prospects, or do you get what I'm saying? Because there's something here distracting. It could be the single mom thing. Could be just we're laying down rules at home and we got enough to deal with at home. We don't have an outlet to go outward to find this guy, because he's really just kind of looking upon us doing our thing. And the sense I get here is we're dealing with a lot here of laying down rules and putting up boundaries. So as we go into the spiritual side, see if we can open it up. If not, we'll get into the infinity cards. On top of the Empress, again, that's that feeling of being whole on our own, right? Kind of, it's given me the sense of the Nine of Pentacles, which is very abundant and very good on her own. It would symbolize all of that. We have changes unavoidable. So here we go. We may have a prospect change of what? Of singleness. She's not going to be single no more. That's what they're saying. Day goes to night. Single goes to couple. Da, da, da. So this is something that is opening up for you. So the King of Cups here. We got follow the moon. Would you look at that? Yeah, see, the moon is about things that we do not see. Okay, that would be exactly, that would, okay, so that's what it is. Boom. Now, because and again, children are a huge distraction, but they're supposed to be, right? They're supposed to be where our attention goes. Now, interesting. This guy is overlooking you in some way. Just give me a minute here. He's not in your social circles, but he's attached to someone in your social circles. So he's second removed, which means like a friend of a friend. Okay? I feel like it's a male to female, so it'd be a female friend of yours and a male friend of theirs. You're Pisces. Okay, so yeah, this is very Piscean, right? This one. So that would indicate that. And look at how these two would float it. Whoops. Look at me just throw that out of there. Oh, and this may be where the balance needs to be struck too, right? Sorry, I'm amusing myself. They're amusing me. Because we may have to keep balance at home with these teenagers, right? We have to keep, this is highly what we're focused on right now. Again, being overlooked by someone. We're in our watery, flowy energy, right? Mysterious. He does see you as mysterious. Now, you're not going to know who this dude is because he is supposed to come. I don't think he's got a lot of pull at this point. He's just kind of noticing you as an interest, right? Just kind of going, oh, what did they do? You know, like just the interest getting struck here now. They're making me aware that we're not going to stay single for very long here. So the energies are pushing someone to come forward. So this dude. So I don't know if this is a fated meeting. Now, follow the moon is about the emotions. Now, they got that to clarify him. Now, this is what they're doing. They're pushing him to come forward from his emotions. Well, we all know men don't like to do this, and I feel like this is another one of them. Give me a moment. But he is a water sign as well. I'm getting the word Cancer. So there you go. And these are home bodies. Cancers are home bodies. They they can get pretty fired up and tempered and passionate. Hey, Andrea. Thanks for coming in. Trying to give you all I can, but you're just not going to know who it is because he's not in your immediate circle at this point. But you just be you. Like this, the Pisces on top of that, they're going, just be all that you are in that watery, flowy, mysterious air that you carry. Just continue to do that when you go outward. I feel like, again, it's attached to someone that's attached to your social circle. So a girl, like a girlfriend, I don't feel like it's your tightest bud, but I feel like it's someone that we socialize with that is attached to them, and somehow they got wind of you or noticed you somehow through that. So they're just taking an interest at this point. Now on the Queen of Swords, we get focus and then act. This is having to do with the kids. So I'm going to tap into that higher because look at the energy go right back. This is very reminiscent of what's going on in my life as well, which talks about the issues and things that we have to deal with our children can also reflect how we deal in relationships. Just give me a minute here. I'm going to pull a few more from that deck about that because there's something about the kids here. Testing, right? Testing, Mom. Oh, man. Yeah, I so can relate to this. Be patient card flipped over, which is what children do. They try our patience, right? And this is what they're doing to Mom. Okay, I got it. Now, beyond that, so maybe that's just what you needed to hear is your patience. Do what you can to tie that up. And if we need a break from the kids as well, right? Over this time, it's hard. It's harsh. Because everybody's isolating. Everybody's trying to stay safe. You might have to put the headphones on in the bedroom and lock the door. Yeah, I'm getting a water sign, Rachel. Yeah. Well, it's someone attached to your circle. But it's not your tightest friend. I'll put it that way. It's not your bestie, right? So if you only got a few, then you can narrow it down to who it's with. But again, I don't think they're giving me a sense we're not going to really know who it is, no matter. But at some point, this person's, I don't know. It's just going to happen when it's meant to, right? Now, the children, that's what they're telling me, focus on here. Seek your answers within. Yeah, you're going to have to be very instinctive with your children. This is highly on children off the topic because they're going, we're not going to be single for long. Don't worry about it. Just deal with what you need to. Use your instinct with your kids. They're kind of getting fired up for other reasons than they're stating, is what I'm getting. We have to back out of the woods here to see. Embrace the dark. Again, our kids may be coming from egos highly here or a sense of I want, I need, all these things that not a pure sense of, right? And I mean, they do that at that age. And then time to reflect. Yeah, reflect on what comes up during the day with your children. It's maybe a lesson for me as well. as my phone like just started ringing, my boy's trying to get a hold of me as we speak. So it's interesting to me because they're highlighting that it's almost like these kids are acting up for a reason other than they're speaking and acting out for. But Mom has to kind of remove herself to understand what that is. And I get the sense that you probably will see it, but we have to, at the end of the day, kind of overthink our day and go, okay, what made these kids escalate and what brought it back down? Because they're wanting you to see that. They're wanting you to get a hold of that quickly, this whole kid thing. Okay. So I don't know. That's what they're telling me, to bring 3 more cards there. So I did. Now Reflect 2, we got to watch. This probably, I mean, I'm probably preaching to a choir here, but about masking behavior, meaning, again, the sense that we're pretending to be someone we're not, right? And kids do this highly, and watch that we do it ourselves to them, da da da. This is what they're kind of throwing out. There's some darkness coming up with the kids, the usual. We just got to smack it down and get underneath it. I don't mean that in a physical way. I mean it in a way that we got to get it out of them somehow and get underneath that and understand what they're truly wanting. It's like they got their egos up front, and really what they truly want is maybe focused 100% attention. I don't know, because at this time it's very in your face, but then if they're acting like little rugrats, we don't want to, right? So anyway, so hopefully that helped you. Okay. Yeah, because it's like an ego, like we're trying to be better, more than we are capable of being, but in that we're getting angry and frustrated. It's kind of what I'm getting, because not really saying what we truly need, because we don't know how to get there, and da da da. That whole frustration struggle. Okay, so that is that. Hopefully that helps you, Rachel. Okay, Lilith. You know what? The lady I come in for, I don't think she even came in today. And caught in here. I think I can fit you in, Rachel. You're going to be, or was it Rachel? Lilith, sorry. Rachel, I just finished. Lilith, I will do you here. Okay. Well, just give me a moment here to shuffle up, and then I'm going to reread your thing here. See if we can get deep here. So you're wanting to know, okay, give me a moment. I got to figure out what deck. Okay. You're welcome, Rachel. Thanks for coming in. Send a like. That helps me, or a comment or something on my videos. Get some circulated a little bit. Okay. Give me a minute here. I feel the need to go a little deeper. Obviously, right? If we want to go. Now, I'm gonna bring out the romance cards. There's a deck here that they want me to get. I don't have it. It's a spiritual deck. What? Oh, that one. Okay, you know what? Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Yeah, that was in my book bag. Okay. Sorry, they were. Oh, man. They want me to get this. This is the one earlier. It's kind of the same person that makes this one. This messenger and this is made by the same people. Raven Falan or whatever. And those were the two decks they wanted me to. So I'm going to use those two. And we'll see. Okay, I get what you're on here. You realize there's a block here or something, or you perceive. Correcting me. You perceive a block here, so we're gonna. This one, not this one. Okay. We're gonna see if that's correct, or if we're just mistaken. Because the sense they right away they corrected me said the perceived block. So we'll see what we can get. I'm very low on that. So I'll shuffle these. See what we come up with. strictly an hour. Again, I came in thinking I was late, but I was actually an hour early. Go figure. Man. So now I love that. The person that asked for the readings, they actually were in one of my other energy reports. They wanted a reading and they didn't end up showing up today, so it's too bad. But I will have to schedule. And again, if you're not on my page, you can connect there. I do a lot of the notices and horoscope readings and stuff in there. Though now I can't publish from there, I can still put notices out, and at least you'll see the notice. Whereas here you won't see the notice because I've had notices up for 2 years and not have one person vote or notice it, like count, no count on it. So it obviously doesn't get seen on YouTube, so I don't bother. So I don't know how, unless I put a little video saying I'll be out in a week, which I might have to do, which is tedious because then it kind of bulks up the videos with no information here. They're really getting me to shuffle this. Okay, and then that one and this one. Okay. So let's see what we come up with, Lilith, here. I'm trying to tap in. For Scardo hit. He might end up being an air sign. They're telling me to say that. An air, King of Air came out. So he might end up being an air sign. They're pushing that. I'm like, well, let's just see what comes out. And kept pushing it up. So he might be an air. You'd almost have a shower in between the times it takes me to shuffle and still be back on time. Okay. Okay, we're going to go spiritually here because you're talking about past life stuff. See if we'll dig into that. Okay, Rachel. Or, sorry, Lilith. I'm clinging on to Rachel there. Here we go. First card. What do you know? Four of Air. We start out with air. That is like the mechanics of the world, right? Our intellect, how we take in life. I feel like we feel quite balanced within ourselves at this time. And you're like me in the way that once a person comes in as a prospective energy to deal with, everything gets thrown out of whack. So we are quite balanced at this time. So we need to be highly aware. I think we are. We're highly aware that imbalance comes when a partner comes in. This is why we want the answers, right? Wow. Okay. So it's 8 in this deck, but it talks about death and rebirth. And look at the snake wrapping itself around that new beginning. The egg is a symbol of new beginnings going forth. Give me a minute here. Yeah, we're trying to transform our life here. We may have had, okay, correct me if I'm wrong here, but we may have had something in the past that we affected us highly. I'll put it that way. We've had a long time to go over this, to get real with this, to get balanced with this. And we want to have change in our relationship. So either we had a few relationships that were all the same, or we had a couple relationships that were always did the same thing. Now, I didn't notice that when I first turned the card over, but they're showing me that baby in there. Be aware of that. If we're in the mode for babies, or is this highlighted in some kind of way? Or precious, they're going precious. Something significant about babies here. Like we want a baby, this may be our ultimate goal, or if we have babies. No, they're going, this is the baby making mode. This is the mode we're thinking of here. It's highly precious. So we're just very attuned to that, is the sense I'm getting. Now give me moments here, because this is going back. Hey, Eleni. Okay, the sense I'm getting here, Lilith, is that we are mentally balanced at this time. It took a lot to get us there. We realize that relationships throw us off quite highly. Now they're showing me this baby here. At first, all I saw was the egg, and then they're like, "Look, there's a baby in there." I'm like, "Oh yeah." So there's something about babies. Either that's high priority on our list, or there's something about the creation of a baby. Now, if it's not in this life, it may be about the life that you're talking about here. I'm good. Thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Also, this is a card about transition, about moving from one state to another. I feel like we're going to be getting ready to move into a state of abundance here. If we are looking for someone to partner up with, to have a baby with, this can manifest. Okay, now the next card. Five of Cups. So again, signaling some disappointment that we may have had in the past. Okay. And again, I feel like we've had relationships in the past that really have hurt us to a degree. And it may have been people that either we had children with or wanted to have children with. To a degree, we put a lot of energy in there. And now they're not there, right? They're not there. Okay. Okay, to expand on the five there, which is talking about the mental state, we're very balanced at this time. We've taken a lot of time to ourselves. And even though emotionally I feel things are a little off, I feel mentally we understand, right? We understand. We just kind of have to may have to work with some emotional areas to vent more, to feel them out more, cry more about what happened in the past, to release it. We have the Death card. This, okay. I'm going to continue forward here because they're telling me something's not quite clear. On top of that second Death card, we have the Knight of Wands. And that talks about what? Risk taking, strong leads. Someone who's a very strong, yeah. This could be coming in, or what's moving out, or has moved out. On top of the disappointment, we have Eight of Wands, swift energy. No, this guy's coming in. Okay. They are touching base here with life and death. So what we're talking about now, don't take that weird, but they're showing me here two lives. This is a death and rebirth. This is a death and rebirth. So there's something in between the two that is, and it has to do with babies and whatnot. Now I'm going to have to, man, since I was a kid. He told you he wanted you, or wait. Okay, give me a second, Eleni or Eleni. After this reading, I'll answer your question, and then I'll shut it down after that. Give me a minute here. There's something to do with children here. Highlight either. I'm just going to come out with all the scenarios, and I'm going to have to watch for your. Because the sense I'm getting is either in this life we had a pregnancy that didn't make it, that somehow didn't naturally occur. So, meaning a stillbirth or something like this, or a very hard time conceiving, period, is what I'm getting. This has to do something to do with this kid, this baby. Now, it's like we have to. Mentally, we're very clear and balanced, but emotionally, we have not. So there's emotional center here is not cleared for takeoff. We're not cleared. So what that means is we really do have to feel the emotions of the past relationship, because we have not. It's almost like we're not even facing it. Does this make sense? Because there's a new relationship coming in, has not come in yet. And there's an old relationship that hurt us. This is what I'm talking about, the last relationship that hurt us. We have a mental state about it, but our emotional centers is not being dealt with. And unfortunately, I get the sense here, if we don't deal with this, we can create, if we're in the baby making mode, we can create an abortion, or not an abortion, what do you call that? Like a birth that doesn't come through because of all of this repressed emotion. That sounds whacked, but that's what I'm getting here. There's too many emotions held back or something like this. So if this is what we're wanting, they're like, we need to deal with our emotions. That's pretty harsh. Are you still here, Lilith? I don't know if I'm getting her. Because I need some validation here if I'm on the right track. Because the sense they're giving me is here, we want a baby so bad that it's it may come quickly, but if we don't deal with our emotions, it's going to create havoc in the health of this baby. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now, if that is not the case, I don't know why, but they're highlighting a baby here. So this could be created in the process of all of this, what you're going into or coming out of. Okay. Or we may be pregnant and not know it. Okay. Because the sense here is swift energies coming in. Are we pregnant and not knowing it? Could that be a possibility? But it seems like you're giving me an essence here. It's not been in a relationship for a while. Not getting much. Okay, I'm going to go over the three romance cards. On top of the death, again, talks about transition. Somebody coming in, transition needs to be made in order for a connection to be made in the proper direction. But it's coming in fast, so we need to really go through our emotions, make sure that we're emotionally processed, okay? Oh, man. We have the devil card on the romance side. That talks about being chained to something. So we may have addictive energy to a person, place, or thing, okay? If that's the case, watch for codependency. There's some change that needs to happen here in us and the partner. We may be getting back together before that happens. So we're just looping. So we're just going to create energy where we're breaking apart, busting, putting back together, breaking apart, putting back together. So that may be an option. Or something that happens here now. Night of, yeah, see, this is a good, I feel like you've got someone in the past here that you're chained to. And again, this could have to do with our emotional center not processing. This change that needs to happen in order this new partner to come in. How do you feel about that? Because the sense here is something needs to change and transition. Now, if someone's asking you to wait on them, that would be a chain now, wouldn't it? Because it creates a situation where you can't move forward in your life. But I think somebody's going to come in here and challenge that. And that may be a fire sign. It may not. Somebody's going to come in and take a risk. Could be you going outward to that ex-partner, or it could be a new partner coming in to you. But it's coming in quick because it's swift energy, fast. And this guy's almost the fastest guy. He's the second fastest, but you got to be careful. He's just a knight. He don't stick around. So be careful for being addicted to, how you say, physical gratification, if I can put it that way. Quick one-stop shop kind of thing, If that's the case, beware of that energy, because this could be coming from the future, or this could be our past. Now, the second card here comes upon this guy coming in, which makes me think this is the most stable in the romantic deck, the most stable couple. They got their back. They're good friends. They tell each other everything. They're true and honest and loyal. So this makes me think this is the guy from the future. Maybe all that negative energy that we're chained to is from the past. You'll have to make up your own mind there. But there's swift energy coming in, no less. Now, on top of that, we get the 9, which is the wishes come true. And I feel like this is in the future. See if my infinity cards can narrow it. I'll give 3 cards if they... We got a 9, 9, and a 15, which is a 6. 9 means, to me, means get to work. So the sense here is we got some emotional processing to do on our own. And I feel like if we don't do that, we may be chained to the wrong rhythm here. Meaning the wrong person is pulling our chain because we haven't emotionally processed a lot of stuff. Does this make sense? Because there's definitely a black and a white here, meaning there's a good guy and a bad guy. There's a guy that's taking advantage of our weaknesses. We're allowing this, they said. And there's someone coming. I can't even tell you. I can't give you. But I'll tell you, energetically, frequency-wise on the planet Earth, by fall, everybody's supposed to be in their new positions, new partners and whatnot. So we should be coming across them in the summer and settling down in the fall. I feel like you may not even know this guy yet. That's the sense. So it's crazy, but that's what I'm getting. Now, on top of the devil energy here, again, this could be a Capricorn, but something that we're chained to that kind of controls us, okay? Oh, we got the malice. Look at that. That's even worse. We got 3 nasty cards back to back here. So there's someone here that is truly using us for their own and not for our highest good at all. These are the 3 worst cards you can have in a row. I don't know, darling. You're going to have to search your soul there. But the sense I get is someone's abusing their power over us. And we're allowing it, is what they're saying. Now, so we have some malice coming towards us. If we don't know where that sits, we're going to have to really amp it up a bit. Now, I feel this is the future person coming towards a possibility in the future of a good, solid, reciprocal relationships, look, and a single male. So make sure this man is single is another one. Is there someone here that's not single? This guy that's asking you to wait? I don't like that. But you gotta use, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'll tell you that's not a good trait to have. Tell them to wait. If they're interested, they'll jump. Now, on 9 of Cups, we have the stimulus card. Now, the stimulus is about somebody seeing something outside of them that they like. This could be and could symbolize give me a minute here. Yeah. It's just seeing something outside of us that we want to go towards, we like, and it can also symbolize things in our dream time, things that we want to make happen but aren't quite happening yet. And again, this is manifestation, can be manifestation energy, especially with this 9 of Cups. And the sense here, I always say, we may have a current partner here we don't understand. It's not good for us, but we're there. And the sense there's somebody here is getting abused highly, not for their highest good. And if we see something outside of ourselves, feel free to go forward in action. Take a lead and show someone outside of us. If there's no one there and they're asking us to wait, we really need to have a discussion. Is my instinct going like, you need to have a discussion that, we don't wait. Empresses, they don't wait. They carry on, and what comes at them comes at them. And that's the thing. Usually when they ask you to wait, they got something there that they're dipping into, and they want you to wait until they're done with it. You shouldn't be giving them that option, but that's your choice, right? So the male here, there's a single male coming forth. He either looks at you like, oh, I like this, or you're going to be looking at him, oh, I like this, and somebody's going to be taking a chance. I feel like this person that's really taking advantage here, he's just going to be booted out of Universally. Universally is going to be taken out of the mix. Why? Because either you or someone else is going to find something in your sphere coming at you. Now, again, July is energy change time, is what they told me, the end of July. So look forward around that time. Things might start up. And then in the fall, that's when you're going to be either hunkering down or moving on to another. So that's what I see. But beware, somebody just taking high advantage of you. And I get the sense we're just not looking at it that way. So hopefully, like, I don't mean to insult you, but I don't want you hanging on things that's just not worthy. So hopefully you got to search your instinct there and figure out where that is. But again, in the future, there's something coming. Either we see something outside of ourselves or something outside of ourselves sees us. We go in that direction. Okay. Thank you, Lilith. I appreciate that. Thanks for the compliment. So again, hopefully it made sense. They're really pushing. But again, I know this from my own, you get to a point where you don't understand what's right and what's wrong. You get treated bad in so many relationships, you don't even know where the bar should be. And that's the sense I'm getting. So hopefully that changes for you. You get a good man come up, and someone that can take a chance and be there for you, not make you, they don't make you wait. You don't wait. And you're worth it, right? You're worth it. So, alrighty. Hey, Terry, thanks for coming in. Okay, Ellen, I may ask. Towards me in Aries, and he's a Virgo. Okay, so this will be my last read for the night. I was supposed to be on for an hour max, but that was my fault. Okay, Ellen, I. Okay, I'm going to go into the romance cards here. Give me moments to shuffle. Okay, I feel the need to discuss already. If we don't know this, you're in Aries. You are fire. You take charge. You go where other people will not go. He's a Virgo. He's slow, strong, and steady. Now, these two technically are on different tracks. You're on the freeway. He's on a low country road, okay? Needing to explain this before I pull any cards. So astrologically, we got to have a lot of patience being an Aries to deal with this Virgo, because they like to line things up, double, triple, quadruple check things and make sure everything's right down the letter perfect before they jump, before they act, right? So I feel like you're going to be highly frustrated by this man now, just on that alone, okay? But we'll see what we get here. I don't want to jump guns, but just technically as the elementals come out, right? And again, too, if we have highlights in different areas, like if you have a lot of earth in your chart, you could be more sympathetic and vis-a-vis him if he has fire, right? And this may be what's attracting. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. They're asking me to go to the sun and moon cards. They're all tarot, but they're still. And then I'm going to go into my infinity deck here. See if we can't get some, because it'll get underneath it. Sometimes it may hurt, but we'll get underneath it and give you the information. You can do what you will. Whoa. They keep saying excited. So we're very excited about this prospect, is the sense I'm getting. Okay. One more deck after this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there. Now my infinity cards will nail it in the end. If we're still in illusion, we won't be for very long. See if we can get you some answers and get you going. I feel good energy, though. I feel like you guys are both mature. So that helps, right? I also feel that he may need, one he is maybe a bit of a diamond in the rough here because it flipped over, showed itself, that card. So one he is may need a little work. I feel like you're not quite aware of him in that way yet. Like we may be kind of like in pedestal mode here where we put him on. He's looking good in every single area at this point. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, first card, Eleni, I don't know, I'm probably butchering. 8 of Wands. Now this is my one night stand card, but this usually symbolizes someone's got a heart tie to someone else. So this could be us or the partner outside of us. Now I'm getting a sense that this is, they're going guy-girl related. So the girl will be you and you be, so this person here has a heart tie to someone else. So they may have their mind set on someone else, or they may physically be in another relationship. Next is the Emperor. Now that is the Aries card. That also speaks to someone who likes to be in charge and in control. And they usually have all their faculties and wits about them, but they're very much like things my way, highway, that kind of stuff. So if this isn't you, because you are an Aries, right? Yeah, it could symbolize you being in more of a power position here, a force to be reckoned with, right? Oh, what do you know? This is my dud card. It's kind of like the Joker of the deck, and I put it in there when there's things here that can't be shown that can't come to light. I put it in the deck because sometimes they'll give me a card just don't match, and I can't make it fit, and energetically it's just there. And it's when the universe, there's something fateful that's meant to happen here that cannot be revealed. Okay, but we're going to clarify and see what comes up. Now, on top of this one night stand card, could be just a gathering, a quick gathering in a physical way. We have the 9 of Wands, which speaks to strength here. Now, yeah, this is about final pushes. This is interesting because I get a feeling that you guys are newly introduced, but the sense I get here is I'm giving it one last try. So maybe either you or them had that kind of attitude, like I'm going to maybe flirt and it didn't work, and now, okay, I'm going to give it one try. If it doesn't work, then I'm out of here. This kind of a thing. On top of the Aries card, we have, what do you know? We have the Emperor. So somebody here, an Aries, hello. Very much in their power. Now, give me a moment here. Lot of power we're pushing in this energy, in this way. A lot of energy going to this person. Like, to the degree it's overpowering. Like, we can't think of nothing else. Does this make sense? On the, you can't know. We have the Prince of Wands. That's fire again. This is all fire. I'm really not getting his side other than in here where he's laying down, like, I don't know. It's all your energy. Okay, let's keep going. The Infinity cards are next. So on top of this, giving it one final push now. Again, somebody's going to attempt one last time before they give up on this male. Single male. So there it is. Okay. He may be single, but his heartstrings may be in another place, because this card always attends to something, like this man's hand is attached. So he may have some emotional conflict that he has to deal with, or emotional baggage that's really heavy on him. And this may be why we're not making progress. Now, I'm getting a sense you're going, what? What do you mean not making progress? Something going on here with this energy. Okay, so there we go. That's it there. Well, this is it here. He's kind of jumped into this, invested in the way that he did. We'll put it that way. Before he's truly ready. Okay, so we'll just bring that up front. Now, okay, that may be as well. But it hangs heavy on him, no less. Like, it's something he's not happy in his life as it sits. Like, he has, something to deal with is what is going on. Like, he's got to deal with something on his own, is the sense. Now, so that's showing him. Now, there is strength here on reserve to deal with this, okay? And this may be attached to that energy itself. I'm going to give it one last shot. Now, if that's more dire, then, okay. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so this is his energy. Now, on your energy, clearly your energy all the way through here. We have malice. What's going on? So are we holding malice for somebody, for this person? Why would we be doing that? Something going on here. We're carrying. Now, we got two energies of very strong forward. Malice is hatred, resentment, bitterness, this kind of stuff. Going outward towards someone to do them harm deliberately. Yeah, this kind of thing. So there's something here sitting with, maybe we have some issues to deal with too, right? May not be directly with this person, but it may be issues no less. Going outward in hatred against somebody or something, okay? So be aware of that, because it's a very powerful energy. Aries carry a very powerful energy. They're not aware how effective they can truly be in their energy field, okay? So it's interesting. It kind of throws things off here. Again, things that the universe does not want you to know, but there's a Prince of Wands here. So that's a fire energy again. I do not feel that is your energy. I feel like that is someone outside of you. Another Aries, Leo, or Sag. Or someone with high in their chart. They get fired up quite easily. They have temper. They can get tempered quite heated quite quickly. But who do we have malice towards? Because there's something here that's blocking emotionally, that's blocking us. Has to do with anger, resentment, bitterness, this kind of thing. Did we have problems with men before this man come along? And now it was stuffing that in order to go in this direction. Okay, now on top, Prince of Wands. So this is another fire energy here in the mix somehow. Okay. Give me a moment. Yeah, they're saying no, it has nothing to do with this guy. This is a different guy altogether. Okay. Now on top of him, we get game of chance and risk. Taking a risk. Holy, I gotta look. Somebody here, okay, again, remember that there's something fated meant to happen in this relationship in one way, shape, or form to teach us a lesson, okay? And in order to teach us that lesson, this cannot be revealed from all sides. It has to play out without being tipped off, no matter, right? So keep that in mind. Now, on top of that is the Prince of Wands. So it has to do with this Prince of Wands, and he's out of the blue here. He's out of the mix. He doesn't belong in here. Yeah, somebody's got malice here. I'm trying to figure. And chance. Just let me figure this out. Because these cards usually get underneath. Somebody's got malice. Now, if it's not us for them, it's them for us. And we got to watch because we're playing a risky game here. Now, if it's not this new dude, which I kind of don't feel it is, but I'm going to clarify that with another card here on top of that male. Then it could be someone from your past then. I maybe don't want you to go in this direction, okay? I might have to put 3 on that male card because we're going to suss out this new guy. So this guy's going to take a risk. And if you're not holding malice and you don't sense that from this new partner, then it's somebody else. And you need to be aware of that because they're going to do it to hurt you on purpose, deliberately, okay? Yeah, the warning card just showed. Yeah, there's somebody here. You're going to see it. How you say? You're not going to be surprised at who it is and what they do, but you're not going to know when. So jealous ex could be a shit disturber, no less. Sorry about my language. Somebody just going to cause trouble here. Now, do they know each other? They connected. There's something wrong here. Hold on. Okay, the first card I got is the code. Now, the code talks about things that we will never figure out. That's not good because that's usually lies that we take to the grave because nobody wants to get hurt here. Okay, somebody's coming from malice is what I'm getting, okay? So now, what's going on here is we have a code. Just listen and we'll see if we can figure this out. The code is about lies that we take, like people that don't want to be found out for going. So this may be sideways. Like, I got your back. I won't tell nobody. I won't tell a soul. Okay, so that's going on. No, next. On top of that, someone is someone else's salvation. So, and I feel like this may have to go back to that guy's energy here. Of this guy coming in, he may be like a breath of fresh air for us. The sense is that maybe someone that is giving us something we've never seen before in a partner. Does that make sense? And then on top of that is chemistry. Yeah. So this new partner we have, yeah, something's funny here. Maybe it's an ex of his because they're showing this tie. Maybe it's an ex. Okay, just give me a moment here. And that's where the code, because somebody's going to keep a secret here. I won't tell nobody. You go ahead, you do it, and da-da-da. And this is not good. This is dark stuff. But it may not be that bad. It's just the bad energy, the intent to do harm, right? Not good. I find out maybe it's an ex on the other side of this relationship. Not your ex, but his. Hey, Shireen, thanks for coming in. I'm just closing down for the evening, but I will be posting soon on my Infinity page, readings and reviews on Facebook. The next time I'll go live. Okay, we're going to figure this out. Because there is a tie there, and they don't put that up there unless it's significant, right? But again, you can't give all the details. Arrival. That's about someone coming into the picture. Someone new. Okay? Into your future. Could be coming to him, though. Okay? Could be coming to him. Could be this guy's single now. You guys are seeing each other now. But somebody shows up for him in the future. Whoops. We have agony upside down. Agony. Yeah, created a lot of pain. Like this man is in discomfort. There's no two ways. Now, if it's not about a relationship, it's heavy. Heavy, heavy. And then tenacity, like he's going to fight through it. I feel like it's connected to him and not you. So just be aware that you might have somebody come out of the blue here or someone out and create havoc. So just take your time with this one. And I think you'll be okay. Because I think this man really has to deal with coming to terms with being happy. For some reason, he just can't create happiness, whether he has a relationship or not. It doesn't help him. So he really needs to feel that from the inside. He has to get on top of that. And that process, if we push it, I feel like that's where all this other garbage comes from. And it may be because he has someone that's attached to him that he doesn't want to be attached to. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling, well, because of your answers, right? It may be more on his side. But there's something here with the tie. They made me notice that. Every time I lay this card, there's something that is attached. It could be a person, could be, like you're saying, there's situations, issues, or people attached to those issues that we may not know about, Okay. He has to clear that up. And I would suggest you just, yeah. He will get over it and he will get through it. The thing is that you may get drawn up in the mess in betwixt all of this, because there's a sense here that this Aries, meaning you, is not going to step back from this relationship to give pause, but it may be in our best interest in safety to do so. Do you understand this? So, yeah, do what you will there. But there's a sense of something fateful coming down for him, and he has a tenacity to overcome it, but it's going to create great agony, and he's just going to have to deal with that. Now, whether you decide to step into that or wait for it or whatever you decide to do there. Yeah, I'm really not getting a read from this guy because he's so caught up in other energies. He can't even be invested in a relationship. That's what I'm getting. He's not emotionally invested because he's got so much stress and agony, lessons, whatever it is, in the other direction. He just can't be truly in a relationship. So best of luck with that energy. I feel like he's going to overcome, but it's going to take some time and a lot of his effort, right, to do that. But I don't get a sense this guy's one card here for his intention towards you. I'm going to ask for one card. Okay. Yeah, he's shuffling. And again, this could be other relationships, but the sense I'm getting is we just got a lot on our plate here and we're trying to make everything fit, and there's just too much going on. So just be aware of that energy, that this guy is shuffling a lot. So we may not be on the top of the list. Not that we may not be there eventually, but he's just got to get rid of some of his issues and stuff before he can truly dedicate time, is what I'm getting. Does this make sense? It's pretty heavy and dark on him, and it'll transfer to you. And I'll give you advice if you want it. Because my sense is just to back off, let him deal with his stuff, and he'll come back later. But again, I don't feel the Aries going to do this. I feel the Aries is going to just shine right in there. And then, but do what you will. And again, you're going to be guided to do what you need to do, and you'll just do that. Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy. So just however you deal, you'll have to figure that out. I'm going to give you a power surrender card here. See if I can give you an energy to lay it out here, help you or guide you in some kind of way other than. So I'm trying to get away from giving advice too heavily, right? Because you don't want to take away people's free will. Because they are supposed to make their own decisions with their own instinct, with their own gut, with their own way, because that brings them to where they're supposed to be, right? But sometimes I just get it so heavy that it's like, I gotta shoot out. Here, it's more of a passive. They're going, well, we can do what we will. Because we really will, as an Aries, we'll do what we will anyway. We really don't let anybody tell us what to do. But, okay, cut. Here's the card. Surrender to obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit, and doing so will bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So again, releasing a little bit of that energy, because there's a lot of that Aries energy. Just focus. And this guy really doesn't have a lot of energy freed up to give back, really, to balance that out, because he's got all these things in other areas. It may not be another person. It may just be things like work and stress and issues from the past that are coming up. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of that happening energetically on the planet. People are just getting stuff grudged up from the past that they're having to deal with. And it just kind of gets in the way of everything right here. So try not to take offense if that's the case, because I feel like this guy's heavily, having this problem. So obsessive thinking, if you can release that, that'll help you. So you're welcome. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense, because it's just so much going on with this partner. They got a deal. So, okay, good. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Shireen Baptiste, thanks for coming in. Again, I'll be announcing from my Infinity room. That's Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. I'll be announcing from there when I'll be coming on. Like and subscribe. If you want to hear about when I'm coming on, subscribe is the best way to get. You'll be notified right through the thing. Doesn't cost you anything, so it's all good. And from now on, I'll try and make more of a habit of being out and about on the internet. So take care, guys. Hopefully. Thank you. Bless you too. Awesome. It's all good. It's good. Yeah. And and I do get blocked. There's certain areas that get blocked because there's a certain path that needs to go down in order for people to learn their lessons, go where they need to go. So there was an energy like that there. So just be careful. It's about fate. And I don't think it's every too dicey that he can't handle. But at the same time, just, being aware of that sometimes can help us get through it a little easier. Alrighty, guys. So that is my shtick. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. And again, feel free to join the Infinity Readings and Reviews page on Facebook. That's where I do all my notices and whatnot. For some reason, I can't stream from there. But so far, I'm doing okay here. So we'll just continue in that mode. Take care, guys. Have fun and be kind and be safe.